INDOUSA, from Indonesia to USA. Hi everyone, back again with me, Phoebe Stephanie, and today I have a guest speaker.
Oh, hi, I'm Gudz.
Welcome, Jay, to INDOUSA Podcast. How are you today?
I'm really tired, but I feel like that kind of like pumped me up a little bit.
It's an adrenaline rush.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. I feel it coursing through my veins.
Oh, I see you're wearing like a really good sweatshirt today.
I've got, this was like $3 or $4 at Savers. My tank top, somewhere online, I don't know, it's gray. And I've got like track pants on. I don't know, I went for a very typical I don't know if it's typical American athleisure, but it's definitely athleisure.
Because I feel like when we're talking about culture, we couldn't forget about fashion, right?
Yes, cannot forget about fashion.
And when I just came here, I got confused a little bit. Came here around like late August to early September, and then I go to school and I see lots of people. And one time, I was wearing this coat because it's starting to like wintry, and so I'm from like a tropical island, so I get cold a lot, and so I'm like, oh, I forgot my jacket, I said. So I ran back and grabbed it, and then my friends were like, you weren't wearing a jacket. Oh, no, it was a sweatshirt, sorry.
Oh, okay.
It was a sweatshirt, and I said, oh, I forgot my jacket, so I grabbed it, and they're like, you're not wearing a jacket. No, it is a jacket. They're like, no, it's a sweatshirt. Jacket is like a coat. I'm like, oh.
Jacket, coat, sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Shawl. Outerwear. I don't know. It's that's just English words.
There's like lots of things that confuses me at first.
Yeah.
And look at my fashion today.
You're very American athlete.
I'm very American. Thank you.
Yeah.
7 months here.
You're really ingraining yourself in the culture. Look at you go.
This is an Indonesian flag. I hope this is not like looking as I'm disrespecting it just because I can't put it back there, so I'm using it as a cape.
Put it on the wall.
But this is an Indonesian flag. I'm very proud of it. And this shirt, Erigo, it's a local brand from Indonesia, and it's like really easy to find right now.
It looks like good quality.
Oh, thank you. You can try it.
Ooh, that's thick, yeah.
That is thick. I like it, yeah. I've seen like around the school area, lots of people have different taste of fashion. How do you feel like about the fashion aesthetic here?
It's all like, I mean, for me, I wake up and I want to dress nice, but I'm always so tired, so I'll just like, it's acceptable here to put on pajamas and just go to school and like any place pretty much because it's so normal. And I feel like in other countries that doesn't happen as much. It's like you have to be a little bit more put together, and I don't know, I kind of like that, but at the same time, like, it makes me sad sometimes when I walk in and everybody's wearing like the same pajama pants.
Oh yeah, like those
checkers, yeah.
Checkers, yeah.
I was wearing some yesterday, actually, and I took my senior superlative photos in them.
Oh my god. Well, she's the most artistic senior right now in North Smithfield High School. That shows.
Does it?
It does.
I got my haircut that I don't like, and I went up to like get that picture taken, and I was like, does my hair look okay? I got a bad haircut. And she was like, it's very artistic. And I was like, okay.
Alright, back again with the thing that you mentioned earlier about how you feel here. You can go to school with pajamas, but in other countries we don't. Especially in Asian culture, because we have uniforms. I have my own uniform from Monday through Saturday, because my school, we don't have 5 weekdays, we have 6 weekdays.
Oh,
that's bad. And then when I was in middle school and elementary school, I go to Sunday morning school. It's a religion type of thing.
7 days a week.
Yes, so it's like a church, but I'm a Buddhist, so I go to the temple, and we have a uniform. It's just like a shirt, and it says like a Buddhist quote on the back, and we have like the Buddhist flag and stuff like that. It's really neat, actually. So when I came here, also my first day of school.
Yeah.
First day of school is like a big deal for me. So I was so worried. I changed my clothes for like maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to wear, and I have no experience and stuff like that. So I can't remember what I wore, but I think it's like something, flashy, like,
Trying to stand out in the American school system.
Yeah, because I thought people will, dress up. If I see a movie about like American high school, most kids are
like Mean Girls.
Yeah, they kind of like dress up.
Yeah.
So I try to be like that, and I put on makeup and stuff like that, and then maybe 2 months after that, I don't really wear a lot of makeup anymore, and I just wear a shirt and then sweatpants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... What do you think the benefits of it?
I mean, well, I don't really think there's that much benefit to it at all. Like, I don't think every school needs uniforms, and I feel like uniforms sometimes are like kind of a hindrance to students' like ability to have like creative freedom with their outfits and stuff. But at the same time, like waking up and getting yourself up and like changing and getting ready for the day doesn't just like make you look more presentable, but also helps you like self-esteem wise and concentration wise. I know when I wear like a good outfit and I feel like I look like a scholar, I act like a scholar too. So it's not like when I'm wearing my tracksuit and my sweatshirt and like I'm very tired, it also shows in like my classwork and such. So like I feel maybe uniforms, although I might not like the idea of them in full, the ability to like have a set outfit that you have to get up and be productive in might help your mindset in school.
I totally agree with that. When I dress up to school, I'm gonna be more productive and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I don't really dress up and wear any makeup, it's just like I really need this day to be over.
Yeah.
But I think one of the benefits that maybe most Asian kids, because we don't have that opportunity to dress up to school and stuff like that, is that kids in the US could express themselves more through fashion.
I think if I were to agree with adopting a uniform, it would have to be something like somewhat customizable, whether that be just like a different color, maybe it's like a couple set colors, but like you can choose whichever one you wear, or like being able to like go to the whatever uniform store there is and be like, I'm gonna also get a sweater to go with mine because I like sweaters, and like pins and something cute like that, where it's like you can customize it while still wearing that outfit that you're supposed to be productive in, because I know a lot of like places that have uniforms are very strict about like how you wear it, and sometimes they're strict like about how you wear your hair with it and stuff like that, or like no makeup, you can't wear makeup, stuff like that. But just like it doesn't seem like it matters so much if you already have the base uniform, You
just described Indonesia.
Yeah.
So we as Indonesians, we can't change our hair color, and for male students, they can't have like long hair, so it has to be like
from here up?
No, like it can't touch your ear, ear. So yeah, and then we can't wear makeups. If you even wear like a tinted lip balm or something like that, the teacher's gonna be like, is that lipstick?
No.
Get rid of it right away.
Well, I think I've seen students that are kind of sneaky with how they wear makeup so that it looks like it's natural.
Definitely, that's my friends there.
Yeah. Do you?
Sometimes, of course. Especially when I know that I'm gonna have something like this podcast, I put on more makeup because I want to look good, I know that this podcast is gonna be like out there, internet, everybody can access it, and I don't want to be looking like I just woke up and then go to this podcast. Well, no.
I kind of look like that.
No, you're not.
I did, all I did today was like put on concealer, and it's honestly probably rubbed off by now because of how itchy my eyes have been. It's allergy season.
Oh, it is. Spring is coming.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I wake up and I look like a raccoon. There's like giant red circles around my eyes.
Oh my god.
It's horrible.
You like raccoon better or panda better?
As animal, like, I think probably raccoons.
Raccoons?
Yeah, because they're just like so silly. Which like pandas can be, but like I think just the shape of a raccoon is very strange, like with their little hands.
For the sake of my ancestors, I would say panda.
Yeah. I figured.
Alright, so back to the topic of expressing yourself through fashion, because that's our title, fashion as expression. I also noticed this one thing about the bathroom in the nurse's office. So when I first came here, I met with Mr. Pepin, and then we go through like all the paperwork that I need to fulfill and stuff like that. And he mentioned that if I don't feel comfortable going to the bathroom of like either girls or boys, I could always go to the nurse's office because it's a unified bathroom.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something very, very thoughtful to have, you know? Because in Indonesia, that thing is still taboo. So we don't talk about it, and it's not allowed. Especially because we have like a Muslim majority population, and in their religion, it's a taboo thing. Most of them disagree with that. But it's very liberal here.
Yeah, I mean, on the topic of that, I feel like, for me personally, it doesn't strike me as a big deal. I mean, like, I myself am pretty gender neutral, but like, I don't know, excuse me, not to the point where like, I choose to go to like a different bathroom. It doesn't personally affect me that deeply, but also like, just being in a space where I feel like people don't accept the fact that I don't want to be in a certain, like considered a certain way is sometimes very uncomfortable, and I'm glad that we have those things. In fact, I was surprised to know that we had those things like a couple years ago when I first came here. And like, I don't know, it just, I wonder sometimes why people care so much, because for me it's like, I'm not paying attention to whether you go into either bathroom, because just go to the bathroom, I don't care, right? And like, then people want to care, like, if I was going to do that, like, it would be a problem, or it would be like something that they want to talk about, and like, I just don't get it entirely, because it's like really simple to just like kind of mind your own business.
I agree, yeah. That's also what I respect here, because people respect our boundaries. If you don't really want to talk about it, like, it's fine, and they wouldn't ask you and demand answer from you.
Well, some people would, but I feel like maybe it's less common, yeah.
It is less common, yeah, I would say so. And you mentioned a little about like gender neutral. That's also one of the things that I was concerned about when I first came here, because I know that most people have their own pronouns here. It's either like they, them, or she, her, or he, him. And I was so afraid to, you know, misaddress somebody, because I know it's like disrespectful for them. But also at the same time, when I talked to my friends about it, they were like, well, you don't know. As long as when they correct you and you respect them, it's not a big deal. But how do you feel about that?
For me, I go by a couple different names. A lot of people call me Jay. My name is Bailey. And I have family members that don't address me as Bailey sometimes, because I have a former name before that, because my name is Bailey J. But like, I don't take it personally when they say like my original name first and then correct themselves, and they'll say like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's fine. You corrected yourself. You understand. Like, I don't ask for anything more than like the thought of, I need to make sure that I'm like making this person comfortable, or like letting this person feel comfortable around me. I don't expect perfection, and I don't think anybody really does. Like, if you mess up, the only thing that people expect is that you correct yourself and move on, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that too, because in Indonesia, my name is not common at all, especially in my town. I'm from Samarinda, it's like East Borneo, and people mispronounce my names a lot, especially in like Starbucks. They can never spell my name right. Like, I would say Phoebe, and they're like, huh? And then they would put like a baby or something like that, and I'm like, that's definitely not my name. So then I try to go by my last name, Stephanie, and they still couldn't get right. I'm like, okay. So then in Indonesia right now, it's very common to use a fake name for your Starbucks. It's like your Starbucks name. Have you heard of that?
I think like a little bit, but mostly not here. Like I don't, probably mostly for people that like have cultural names that come to America and are like, here's my name, and then they spell it as like it's John on the cup and it was like Jazea or something, like I don't know.
Yeah, and that's also I think some problems with my exchange student friends, because they have like, you know, traditional names and then they come to America and people can't pronounce their name right every single time.
Something I find really interesting. So my grandma immigrated from Poland when she was like 10, and her name was Maria Jadwiga Jadwiga, and she has not gone by Maria since she came here because kids used to bully her in school and tell her that it was too hard to pronounce and they just wanted to call her Mary.
Oh.
So for all intents and purposes now, her name is Mary. And it was never Mary, it was Maria, which is not a hard name to pronounce.
It's not.
But they just decided like, we're gonna name you something American because we don't want to pronounce that. Which is interesting and wrong, and it's the reason that a lot of immigrants have like different or sometimes strange names, because they'll go and they'll make it to, what do they call that? What island is that? I forget the name. Oh my god. The island with the Statue of Liberty on it, where the immigrants come through.
Cuba?
No. Anyways. But they'll go through the process of like becoming a citizen, and somewhere along the line their name or their last name will get changed because the people that are there don't understand like what they're saying.
Most of my friends and my teachers in Indonesia, they kind of change my name too, because it's hard to pronounce Phoebe, so they just use P-I-B-I, which Phoebe. That's how they call me, beep beep, like that. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, so it's very interesting, names and fashion. It tells us like, it shows who we are, right, as a person and even as a nation.
Yeah, a representation of self, despite one being more verbal and the other being more like physical, or like, you know, something you're able to see.
Yeah. Oh, and I also heard that Steve Jobs
is not Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
I always thought that was a fake name. I never believed him.
Well, Apple is an interesting name too, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, Steve Jobs, he wore the same outfit every day because he doesn't want to think of what he has to wear every day, because he's like, oh, that's taking too much energy of my brain. So he just decided to wear the same outfit every day.
I'm sorry, I was not expecting you to go the outfit route. I thought you were going to tell me that he changed his name from something. But I don't know, that's kind of stupid to me, because like, I get some people like aren't into fashion and stuff, but like wasting your energy on it, I don't understand that concept, because how are you wasting your energy doing something that will like affect how you perceive yourself or how you do things throughout the rest of the day? Like, if you like black turtlenecks, just wear black turtlenecks every day, sure, but like, I don't know, just it feels kind of demeaning to have said like, it wastes my energy to think about what I have to do, you know?
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, but I have a plan for myself too, and I'm gonna have my outfit today for the rest of my podcast. So if you watch this next video and I'm wearing the same outfit, it's not because I only have this shirt to America, but you know, I've heard of this, like, if you wear the same outfit for your content on social media, people will recognize you better because they're familiar with you. They're familiar with what you wear and how you show yourself to them. So when they see your content on Instagram or on TikTok or any other platforms, they will not just like scroll away. They'll be like,
you're trying to retain viewership here.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, this girl. I know this girl. She's like an exchange student from Indonesia to the US.
And she always wears this outfit.
And she always wears this boring outfit.
Yeah.
And then some people will probably like ask why. But yeah, that's my trick, guys. That's my trick. I hope it works.
I could never forget you, no matter what outfit you're wearing.
Aw, thank you. I'll never forget you too, girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even if I changed outfits?
You change outfits like every single day.
I'm glad we noticed.
I do notice. I really love your outfit when you dress up like, you know, with a white shirt, like collar ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like business casual.
Yes,
A surprising
I love that
amount
too.
for someone that does not want to go anywhere near the business industry.
Oh.
I don't want to go into business, but I like dark academia and like the like academic aesthetic like clothes and stuff, which I'm not wearing today, but you know, they're cute.
It is cute. Yeah, and like US aesthetics of fashion, they goes to Indonesia like, you know, a lot. Indonesia was because of the internet, I would say. So we got the how do I say that?
The aesthetics?
No, like the influence
Oh.
of US fashion culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I think you said earlier that like, or maybe not on the podcast, but earlier to me, that like you take a lot of fashion influence from like Korea and stuff.
Yes.
Which I would think makes more sense, not just because it's closer, but also like, it's not entirely similar like culturally, but like I'm thinking of like the uniforms and stuff, how you both share that. And like, I don't know, I feel like American fashion is always pretty much just like athleisure. It's always just like, how can I be the most comfortable and I don't have to look entirely presentable? Whereas like, I feel like in countries like Korea, or I guess Indonesia as well, not that I know that much about it, it's like, you'll have that focus on aesthetics a little more, like even when you're dressing in like something athleisure, it's like I'm gonna wear a matching tracksuit because that looks put together despite also being comfortable, you know?
Yes. So I think early 2000 era, Indonesia adapts more of US culture, like from the makeups to how we dress. But because in Indonesia we're like maybe Asian, and we are as women, we are expected to dress more modest, you know, wear more clothes, don't be too revealing, and it goes, like, even right now.
Shoulders a little too much.
Like, lots of my friends go to Bali so they could express themselves, you know, wearing a more revealing outfit, but still, it looks cute.
Is that because it's like a more touristy area, so it's like more
Yep. Because we have more tourists, especially Australian people. They love to come to Bali for a vacation. So we have like the freedom to do it there, because there wouldn't be like people staring at you like we usually have if we dress like that in our town. And also the Korean part, I think because K-pop is getting bigger and bigger right now, so in Indonesia it's also gaining like more interest. We love BTS and then Blackpink, and we also have like Twice. So we see all of these idols and then how they dress, and we want to be like them. I love Twice too, but my personal favorite is Blackpink. I'm sorry, I'm a Blink.
It's alright.
I'm a Blink.
I'm a Jisoo fan on my best days.
Oh, Jisoo. Let me think. I think I like Rose better.
Alright.
She's cute.
Yeah.
No.
Well, going back, I think that's kind of similar. Like, if you dress up in New York, I mean, although you will get stares if you're wearing like New York Fashion Week level stuff, but if you dress up there, it's like normal. But then if you went to like Tallahassee, you would get a lot more, or like, I don't know, what do they call it? Charlestown, is that North Carolina or South Carolina? I can't remember. But like if you went there and did the same thing, like it's different culturally, like because not just because like Charleston isn't like as big of like a tourist area, because it is, there's still a lot of people that come and visit there, but it's also like, I think, to do with like the politics of those areas, like because the same thing for like New York versus LA, if you find someone dressing in like a more flamboyant style, it's a lot more generally accepted than like if you went to Birmingham, Alabama. Like yeah,
it's very interesting because even in America you have different cultures from different states.
Yeah.
It also happens in Indonesia because we
there's different islands.
Different islands, yes. We have like more than 18,000 islands.
That's, oh my god.
The big ones, there are 5 of them, and the biggest one is Borneo Island, where I came from. It's currently the 3rd largest island in the whole world.
What's the 1st largest?
I have to look that up. So if you listen to this podcast, make sure I answer that question the next episode. What is the 1st largest island?
What is the biggest Indonesian island?
Well, biggest Indonesian island is...
Oh wait, the biggest island, period.
Yeah, in the world.
Yeah. I almost said Australia, and then I realized how dumb that is.
That makes sense, though.
I mean,
it is big.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff about how, like, morphed the globes and, like, maps are and stuff, because we all know that, like, flat maps are really morphed and, like, different, but I figured, like, on a globe, things would be more proportionate, but, like, looking at videos of people comparing the size of something to, like, the size of one country to another, like, across the globe, is, like, really disorienting, because I saw a video of, like, measuring the Japanese islands to, like, America, and, like, as they moved it across the globe, it got bigger. Because, like, based on, like, where it was on the globe, it could be expanded or, like, contracted. Which is, like, I just don't know how big countries are until, like, because I'm thinking about, like, Europe and stuff, and I'm like, that European country is small, but then like, how big is America actually? Or is it just, like, messed up on the map?
Yeah, that makes sense, but I would say America is still pretty big.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is a big country, but, like, I think I've just always thought of it as maybe even bigger than it already is, just because of the distortion on maps. So I have to go to space, and I'll figure it out for myself there.
Let me know when you figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think it also goes with, like, you know, Indonesian people think we're not really that big, but we're pretty big. Like, you know, imagine 18,000 islands.
I think I also saw, like, a video of that being moved across the map, and it just...
Yeah, it's like, it's actually pretty big. Anyway, so thank you, Jay, for doing this podcast with me, and it's really good to see how fashion looks different from country to country. And this is Fashion as Expression from INDOUSA Podcast. See you next video.